You know what I am? You know what I am? I'm a depressed Giants fan. I'm going to tell you why I am arguably I'm pulling my hair out. I don't want to say I am the most frustrated with this team that I've ever been, because that's probably not true. Because I have a lot of hope for this roster going forward in the future, not in the immediate future, but in the future, forecasting out a year or two or whatever. But let me tell you something. Tell me how. Explain to me, please, how you have Jung-Hoo Lee, Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, Rafael Devers, and Elliot Ramos. Okay. Like 5 guys who are undeniably above average hitters throughout their careers. They've always performed significantly better, to the point where they are known as offensive upside. All of them are in the prime of their career. And they are all shitting the bed simultaneously. Automatic outs. Automatic outs. That's all this team is. This team is automatic outs. And when they're not, it's getting guys on base so that we can have automatic outs. I don't know what the Giants are averaging in terms of runners in scoring position batting average, or even, let's just talk, I don't know if they track this, but runners on first, or the first 2 hitters of the inning batting average versus the last 3 or 4 or 5 hitters of the inning. Those front hitters are going to have much higher batting averages. The unbelievable lack of performance by hitters who have a track record for many, many, many years. Okay, Elliot Ramos is the one exception to that. Who is the best hitter on this team per stats? Devers, Chapman, Adames, Lee. These guys have been hitting for years. Years and years and years. They've been good hitters. And I mean, they're RBI guys. They're gap to gap guys. What is wrong with this team? Why do they go out there and disappoint me every fucking day? Why do they always, I mean, these, and it's like, I watch the games, right? I don't watch every pitch of every game, but I watch the games. And I see 90-mile-an-hour flat middle fastballs getting fouled off. Like they're coming in at 108 miles an hour or something. I see middle low 90s fastballs, flat beach balls, getting swung through with 2 strikes. I see swing and miss like you wouldn't believe from fastball hitters. Guys who have hit the fastball their whole career, and they're getting juicy meatballs thrown right into their wheelhouse. And they're swinging and missing, and it's not just one guy, it's the whole team. What is going on? I have never been so perplexed by the performance of a team before. Is maybe what I was trying to say at the start. I can't believe what I'm looking at. And the other part about it, like what the way they're playing is the way a team plays when they're like in a losing streak that is notable. And you have like a handful of those throughout the year. You have a handful of notable losing streaks where you look back on that time at the end of the year and you go, oh, I remember that, week or two. It never ends with this team. It never ends. We are stuck in baseball hell. It makes me want to laugh, not because it's funny, but because it's so ridiculous. I know Willy Adames is a good hitter. I know that. I know Jung-Hoo Lee has great bat-to-ball skills. I know Chapman has power to all fields. I know Adames, Chapman, and Ramos have 25 to 30 home run, 80 RBI to 100 RBI potential. I know that they could clear 800 OPS easily. Maybe not easily, but I know they can do it. I know it is well within their reach. I know Rafi Devers, year in, year out, 30 home runs, 100 RBI. That is not asking him to do anything except for what he's been doing his whole career. I understand San Francisco is a difficult ballpark to hit in. That is irrelevant. We are getting our asses kicked at home. They have lost 12 of 13 at home. Just score 4 runs. Score a run every other inning, please. I am perplexed. I am shocked. I have seen bad Giants teams. Okay, I've been rooting and following this team closely for over 20 years. Each season, each game. Always on my radar. Every single year. No matter what I'm doing. I have seen a lot of Giants teams. I don't think I've ever seen a team concurrently have multiple players in the lineup seem to catch the same disease of not being able to hit. Pat Burrell has got to go. He has to go. They need a different approach. Pat Burrell has to go. Is Pat Burrell the problem? I don't know. I can't say for sure. I cannot say that for sure. But here's what I can say. You cannot risk that being the issue and not address it. On the off chance Pat Burrell is somehow not contributing to these struggles at the plate as the hitting coach of this baseball team. On the off chance that is true, it is not worth it to keep him around because he's your buddy, Buster. I know he's your buddy. Pat Burrell is everybody's buddy. Everybody loves Pat Burrell. Everybody loves Pat Burrell. Phillies fans love Pat Burrell. Rays fans, I don't know. Maybe the Rays fans don't love him. But Giants fans hold this man near and dear to their heart, and I do too. But we are not going to sacrifice the chance that this team can be significantly better than they are because we don't want to hurt Pat Burrell's feelings. The teams he coached in the minors hit better when he was there. That is true. But I have a proposition to make to you, okay? I have a proposition to make to you. What if coaching in the majors from the minors, there is some level of some guys can't make that jump. We know players can't make that jump all the time. We see that all the time. I mean, it's a great surprise for any Major League Baseball fan when somebody comes up from AAA and starts and continues their success at the Major League level. But it usually doesn't happen. Most guys don't stick around. Most guys don't. Is that true for coaches? It's hard to say. Pat Burrell moved quickly through the ranks, through the minors, as a hitting coach. All these hitters are acting like Pat Burrell at his worst. High strikeout. High strikeout. Low production. Very low production. Man, oh man, when you get a 3-outcome player who stops hitting dingers, you are in trouble. At that point, you have a baseball player who had one thing that was keeping them at the major league level, and they can't do that anymore. You are in trouble. Now, am I saying all of this is true? Am I saying that Pat Burrell has infected these baseball players on the Giants with some sort of strikeout every time you go up, watch the good pitches, swing through the bad ones, and swing through the really good ones syndrome? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't say. I cannot say for sure. My gut tells me there might at least be an iota of truth to that. I don't know. But that is not my that's not my punchline. I'm not here to say this is all Pat Burrell's fault. I'm just saying the team can't hit. Look at the hitting coach, maybe. The rookie hitting coach. There is something wrong with this team. There's something wrong with this lineup. These pitchers are pitching their asses off and get no support. I don't want to hear it's the players' fault. Do I think they bear some responsibility? Yes, of course. Yes, that goes unsaid. But what it feels like to me is there is something greater going on here. There is something greater hovering above them or beneath them or around them. And it is not good for them. Buster Posey, can you save this season? Probably not. This team probably can't make the playoffs. Which is crazy for me to say because they're only like 6 games back of the third wild card spot. It's totally within their reach. There's like 50 games left. I might be wrong about that, but I think there's like 50 games left. Well, there's like 50 days left in the season. And you're 6 games back, and with the season's over, I mean, I want to give up on this team because every single day they give me another reason to give up on them. But I can't. I can't do that. I can't give up on them. Well, there's not only still a mathematical chance for them to make a playoff, there's like a decent one if they can figure this out. If they have 50 games left, if they can win 35 of those games, I think the wild card is well within their reach. But asking this team to go 35-15 would be an act of God. It would be an act of God. However, the reason I can't give up on it is because when I look at this lineup and I look at the players in it and the pedigree and the smarts, these are smart hitters. These are not hitters who go up there and wail historically in their careers. Matt Chapman is a smart hitter. Okay? Rafi Devers is a smart hitter. Especially this year, his walk rate is through the roof. Maybe he wasn't. Willy Adames is a smart hitter. Jung-Hoo Lee makes a living being a smart hitter. When I look at the lineup every day, I look at that lineup and I say, this lineup could put up 6 runs in their sleep. In their sleep, they could put up 6 runs. So am I giving up? I can't. I can't give up. I can't give up on this team. I look at those batting averages and I look at that stats and I say, they are gonna, what is it? Positive regression or whatever they call it. They're gonna whatever. They're gonna go back to their career averages. They're all gonna go back to their career averages. And every day it doesn't happen. But every day I will hold out hope until this team is like 10 games under 500. Then maybe I'll throw in the towel. I can't give up. I can't give up. The baseball season is too long. There's too many games. There's too many games left. Okay. That's it. That's all I have to say. Please, Willy Adames, Matt Chapman, Elliot Ramos. Please, when you get fat pitches, which you do, most at-bats, you see at least one really good pitch to hit, and you foul it off, or you swing through it, or I ask you these last 50 days of the season, when you get that pitch, please do something with it. Hit it hard. Get on base. hit it over their heads. Doubles, home runs, doubles, home runs, doubles, home runs. Please, that is my only ask.